Today, we are diving into how secrets, social codes, and seriously weird rules that ruled the past and society. Back when, ever wondered why you can't put your elbows on the table, or why people used to send calling cards before popping in for a visit? Get ready to dive into a world where social customs were not just strict, they were downright bizarre. Stick around, because the rules we're about to uncover go way beyond napkin folding. By the end, you'll never look at manners the same way again. Etiquette isn't just about which fork to use, it's been a tool for social control throughout history. For centuries, rules dictated who got to sit where, how long you could mourn, and even whether you deserved to be in the room. Some had real consequences. Others were so outrageous, you'll wonder how anyone kept a straight face. But here's the thing, people followed them religiously, and that's what makes them so fascinating. Shocking etiquette rules revealed. Widows in black lost your husband in Victorian times. Get ready for a wardrobe overhaul, full black clothing, veils, special jewelry, for at least a year. After that, a slow transition to gray and lavender. Meanwhile, men, free to remarry whenever. Women couldn't go out alone. If you were an unmarried woman, you needed a chaperone for everything. Shopping, social events, a simple walk being seen solo could ruin your reputation for good. Calling cards required. Want to visit someone? You had to send a printed card ahead. The host would decide if you'd get through the door, making social calls a game of gatekeeping disguised as politeness. No smiling in photos, serious faces only. Smiling was undignified, and holding a grin wasn't easy with early camera exposure times. A frown meant intelligence and status. Toasting with water equals bad luck. Raise a glass of water during a toast and risk a drowning curse. A superstition that made its way into military manuals. Forks were sinful. In medieval Europe, using a fork was considered arrogant. God's creations weren't too dirty to touch, and the church made sure that message stuck. Secret language of fans, flirting wasn't allowed, so women used fans to send signals. Open for interest, closed for rejection. Quick fanning for a chaperone distraction. Strict social call timing, visiting before noon. Scandalous. Only between 3 and 5 p.m. And don't overstay your welcome. Men on the street side. When walking with a woman, a gentleman always stayed closest to the road, a tradition dating back to medieval times. Engaged couples needed chaperones. Even after an engagement, couples couldn't be alone. Holding hands in public, excessively vulgar. Hair jewelry as mourning gifts. Lock of hair from the deceased, woven into jewelry. Welcome to Victorian grief fashion. Teachers barred from barbers. Ontario teachers in the 1880s couldn't visit barbers. Showing off was forbidden, even for haircuts. Mirrors covered during mourning. Belief that the soul could get trapped in a reflection meant mirrors were draped or turned during funerals. Elbows on the table equals social offense. Resting elbows was a sign of laziness and poor manners. Guess what? This one's still around. Women, addressed by husband's name Mrs. John Smith, wasn't just a quirk, it was the rule. Erasing a woman's first name from polite society. Loud laughing in public. Nope, laughing out loud was considered unacceptable and unladylike. Break a rule, and you might be shunned, judged, or even cursed. No joke. Etiquette shaped reputations, marriages, careers, and even grief. Some customs were so extreme, they seem almost comical today. But for people then, they were the law of the land. Imagine living under these rules today. Would you survive a year in black? Or remember to send a calling card before visiting your friend? While some customs have faded, others linger on in subtle ways. Next time you catch yourself judging someone's table manners, remember, it's all history repeating itself. Who knew etiquette could be so wild? If you're fascinated by the weird, wonderful, and downright shocking rules that shape society, hit subscribe and keep watching. Comment below with the etiquette rule you find most bizarre, and let's see how many still sneak into our lives today.